I'm recording right now. All right, today is the 20th of May. It's a Wednesday, New York session, trading the DAX and the NASDAQ. Let's see here. What is the market giving us today? We're obviously in a bullish trend right here. So we are bullish on DAX. We can mark out the 50-minute liquidity resting on the downside right there. There's also a 15-minute liquidity resting right here. And I'm gonna check the equilibrium of the high and the low of this move. Right. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting the market to open up, maybe touch this, sweep this liquidity, and then continue to the upside. So I'm setting an alert on the second 15-minute liquidity. I'm waiting on not setting the alert on this 15-minute liquidity and giving it some time because this might just spike through it. What do you have on Nasdaq? Hmm, not a very clean. We might sweep some liquidity and continue to the upside. But we just took out 4-hour liquidity, or did we do a 4-hour break of structure? We did a 4-hour break of structure right here. 4-hour break of structure on this candle going to the upside. It swept liquidity on the 4-hour right there. So swept liquidity, broke structure on the 4-hour time frame. If I go to the 1-hour, probably we touched the fair value gap. Let me go back. Swept 4-hour liquidity and then consolidated and then broke structure right here to the upside, then created a fair value gap on the 1-hour, pretty small one, but still tapped into it and then continue into the upside, giving us a reaction to the upside. So I'm bullish on the Nasdaq again. This might just rally and continue without us. Let's see. So we might get a school run today. All right, I'm marking out this 1 hour liquidity, setting it as an alert. I'm gonna mark out the other low right there on the 1 hour. All right, just swept the 1 hour liquidity before market opened on Nasdaq. just opened. All right. Thank you, Daniel. I assume you're talking about this one, right? let's not jump into too much. I talking about the break of this is not a break of structure, or yeah, kind of, because it's on the body of the candle. There's a break of structure was it right there, right there, right there, and going to the upside. So thank you for your input. Feels like I'm doing a lot at once. Let me readjust. All right, the DAX. What are we looking at the DAX? We are bullish. All right, it swept 15-minute liquidity. Do we give it some time to give us a reaction? This might give us a reaction right there. Swept 15-minute liquidity. We have might have a move to the upside right there. Let's just keep it clean. Jumping back to the Nasdaq. Seems like there are too many lines. Let's clean this up. All right, just broke structure on the 1-minute candle on the DAX. Let's see if we can take a move from this. If we can get an entry. It seems a bit early, to be honest. Did we reach the 50% mark? Uh, I'm jumping back and forth. It's a bit stressful, but we got it. No worries. All right, I'm looking at the Nasdaq. It's gonna break structure. There's a 1 minute fair value gap right there. It's a nice move, but I think it's not gonna give us a fair value gap reaction. It might. Let's see. Checking both the DAX. Gonna split the screens right here. Watching both at the same time. Come on. Nasdaq, give me a move to the downside. I'm waiting for it to reach the fair value gap right there. Looking at the DAX, it didn't give a reaction on the fair value gap and it just continued to the upside. That the Nasdaq can do the same thing, but I'm waiting for a more specific entry right there. Uh, this is gonna move without us, I believe. Or it might reverse from the area right there to the downside and giving us a reaction on the fair value gap. If I go to just yes, 15 minutes. This is what the indicators or this trading system is telling us. There was a short position right there, and there was a long position at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Did we miss the move? Not really, because there wasn't any fair value gap reaction, unfortunately. Now this can play around here for a bit, go down, and then give us a reaction on the fair value gap. Do we take that? I will ideally want to wait for it to sweep this liquidity, the 1 hour. It was a nice move. I can tell you when I when I first started trading, that was all I was looking for. A liquidity sweep and a break of structure. That's it. And following the trend. But sometimes there was a trend reversal, so I waited for a high time frame liquidity sweep. Exactly these moves. This is the exact move. Um, there are times where I'm just gonna, let me see. I'm keeping an eye on it on this screen. And I'm gonna show you on the next screen. Indicators. Let me set an alarm alert right there if something happens. I don't want to miss it. I wrote it there so I don't forget about it. I'm just checking the chart so I don't miss a trade, miss a move. No, I don't like this one. It's too high up in the move. I don't like it. This is what I was checking for. There was a fair value gap. There is a fair value gap right here in this area. and this might give us a reaction, and it didn't. I was checking for to see potential entry if I put the stop loss underneath the second fair value gap, because this right here will give us a tremendous, there we go, to the upside. Which just touched the fair value gap. Let's see if it give us a reaction. I can take a long position right there. I'll focus now on the Nasdaq. I'll focus on Nasdaq. I'm waiting for the reaction. All right, took the trade. This is my position. The stop loss is directly underneath the beginning of the fair value gap, right? There's no fair value gap. Why did you switch directions? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Should continue to the upside. Stopped out. Yeah. Respect the fair value gap area. I was really hoping for a quick scalp right here, and then continue into the upside, but it didn't. Okay, it could have been this, could have been that. Just no worries. This will go to the downside. I want to take a short right there. but I'm not going to because I want to let the emotions sit a bit before making another decision, right? All right, I just set an alert on this 1 hour. Let me go back explaining this. So explain breakout structure only entries. So there are entries where you can only take on breakout structures. Um, that's how I started, taking only breakout liquidity sweeps, following the trend, liquidity sweeps on the higher time frames, like the 1 hour time frame, and then let me show you with the checklist. Checklist trend. Where's the checklist? I don't know. Text is removed, but following the trend, and then liquidity sweeps, and then a breakout structure on the 1 minute time frame. Now, breakout structures like these are clean, so we can take these breakout structures. This is how I used to do. I'm not doing it now. Sometimes, and that's basically how I take the trade. I take a 1 to 1, 1.2 to 1.5. Um, Trying to wait for a move to the downside like this, a pullback, and then have even better entries, not even thinking about the fair value gap, and taking profit at the highs, right? Now, this can also happen. This is it. Like this brings with it a lot of losses. So this can also happen. You have a breakout structure right there, right? And then you take a long position and you get stopped out, right? You get stopped out pretty quickly. And then after that, you have another position. That's the thing. Uh, the emotions that happens between the loss and this setup. Are we still gonna take this trade? Because this is also a breakup structure. There's also a liquidity sweep, and it's just a breakup structure and a liquidity sweep. And you can also basically just take it from there. Put your stop loss underneath this area, and then marking out the highs. So I don't know what my point was here, but yeah, sorry about that. It was not. It was today on Nasdaq, I believe. It was today on Nasdaq London session. There are these breakout structures. There's a high right there. And these I didn't take when when it was following the trend liquidity sweep and then a breakout structure. because they are so high in the move. What I'm looking for is these. Let me show you. I'm looking for these, not these. This is also a valid breakup structure, but it's high in the move. This one. Taking the trade from there and then moving up. Now you can make that work if you are strict with the breakup structures. Anyway, back to the chart. right? The 1 hour candle closed. Let's see here. How did it close on DAX? I'm taking a short position right there. This is the espresso. Short position on Nasdaq. All right, let me break this down. Why did I take this trade? I took this trade because it basically reversed everything, every move. We were supposed to continue to the upside. We might still continue to the upside, but because it broke structure right there, there's a fair value gap on in this area. Let me zoom it in. It did a break of structure right here. There's a fair value gap on this area. This candle, the bearish candle, closed underneath the fair value gap area and invalidated it, basically. So now we're continuing to the downside, and let's see. I haven't. I'm gonna close the trade manually pretty soon. I'm looking for a spike exactly. Come on, a little bit more. Just go through it. Closing. All right. That was a nice one. Quick. That was a really nice one. That's what I was hoping for. That's what I was hoping for to happen right here in this move, but it didn't. It reacted from nothing, basically. I don't know because there is no fair value gap, no nothing in this area. All right, nice, beautiful trade, quick trade. This was 3 minutes or so, 2 minute trade. Nice one. Um, Stressful day, I'm gonna say. I really felt the stress right here on this loss that I took, but on this, see, what a move to the upside. If you get greedy, you get to pay the price, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm happy with the win right here. It's not always going to be a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Like I'm adjusting to the market. I'm not having anything static because this can happen. If I'm focused on 1 to 3, I'm just going to take a 1 to 2. This can happen. Beautiful entry. And let me just double check because the developer is writing to me. There's a 15-minute, not here, on NASDAQ, on the indicator. I'm not sure if it took profit. It did. Nice. All right. That's about it, guys. I'm not taking any more trades today. I'm I'm doing a live session tomorrow, London session tomorrow, and New York session tomorrow. It's Thursday. Thursday we have news, French PMI that can affect the London session market, but still, I have it in the front of my mind so we don't miss out on the news. So a great trading day today. Hope you learned something. I will see you tomorrow in the London session if you're trading the London session. If not, then I'll talk to you in the New York session. Have a great day and take care.